Thor 2. So Thor 2 is beginning. It's after Avengers movie. So Thor is in Asgard, and now they have more vicious enemy because in Thor 1, Thor was cast out by his father Odin to Earth, and the enemy of Odin was a construct, a golem, and Odin didn't have his powers. But here in the second part, Odin is fully capable of using his godlike powers, and is at the beginning is let's say putting other worlds in Asgard universe, because there are, I think, 9 realms in this Asgard universe, to order, because I suppose mayhem, Loki's mayhem on Earth was only one place, and other were also infected or influenced by Rakshari race and Loki behavior in first Avenger movie. And here the main villain is the race of dark elves, are dark elves, and these dark elves are really ancient enemy. The father of Odin was fighting with them. Um, was fighting with them on this really epic battle, and their power was this strange substance, ether. Ether is something like an air, like a foam, like a condensed air, and this ether is now searched by dark elves who re-emerged. We don't know why, or if they were totally defeated or they were cast out. We have this antagonist Malachi, and he wants this ether, but Odin's father hidden it, and I think by some strange coincidence, Natalie Portman as I don't know her in film name, discovered it, and she was influenced by this ether, and Thor saw this and wanted to help her in this situation. So the second Thor is much more packed in special effects. We see many battles with elves, for example, in Asgard, because they wanted to. They thought that maybe Ether is somewhere in Asgard, and their incursion into Asgard was really impressive because they were invisible. One of the ships was discovered by Heimdall, playing by great Idris Elba in this role. And they even managed, the Dark Elves even managed to kill Thor's mother. So the and we see these issues between Loki and Thor, because Loki is in prison because of the Avengers movie plot. At the ending of the Avengers movie, he was sentenced to prison in Asgard for his crimes, and now he's trying to help Thor fighting with dark elves and finding this ether, use it, and defeat Malachi. So this movie is really I think is better than first Thor, because we have not only much more action, and special effects are really impressive. This incursion, these high elves, their fighting style, really impressive. I'm not. I think they are real actors, not CGI effects, and their even makeup and gestures and bodies are really funny to watch and pleasing. But also the combination of relations between Loki and Thor, because they need to they need to cooperate in this issue, and of course their characters are totally different, and they were enemies in first Thor and then in Avenger movie. And of course the actor, because both of them are playing by British actors, Thor by Chris Hemsworth and Loki by another British actor, and they are really good in their roles. But I think Loki is even better. Loki is really impressive villain because he's a very handsome human being as an actor and as a character. He looks almost like a dark prince. So I think that all girls think he's very cute, but he's really handsome even for a man's eye. We can see this. But his behavior is really mischievous, because Loki is like a god of a mischief, of mayhem, of chaos, and so on. So he's not totally chaotic evil, but he's evil in his chaotic behavior, in his mischief behavior. But he's also a human like, so he feels emotions. He's really depressed and furious when he discovered, when heard that his mother was slain by dark elves. And of course, maybe the weakest point is of course the earth aspect of the whole plot, the intern, and all these human helpers of Natalie Portman. They are really weak. We don't know why they are even in the movie. But the aspect of Asgard and these other worlds and the Dark Elves is really impressive, because it's like an ancient story with villains far more greater than even Frost the Giants in first Thor. And of course, second, I would say disadvantage is the Malachi, the main antagonist. He's unfortunately completely uncharismatic, very quiet. Maybe his language is cool, is fun to listen, but other than that, he's not really a threat to Thor. And when you see the battles between them, you see that it was almost impossible that this Malachi would be a better or even enemy or adversary to Thor. And of course, in this movie, we see that Thor is using his powers in full force. He uses his hammer Mjolnir to smash into the ground, put the waves of shock and stones to his enemies. It's really fun to watch, and cool to watch these special effects in much more punchier, heavier lines than in first horror movies. And of course, we have a beautiful Natalie Portman. She's a Jewish, so usually Jewish women are beautiful. So she's a really beautiful character, rather cute. But her playing, I don't know. It's okay. It's not over the top. It's okay. It's fine, but it's not very impressive. Yes, but she is also, but she is cute. She's beautiful. So, and she's Natalie Portman. Yes, so we all know that she has this style of her. And I would say that in this movie we see a little bit more about helpers of Thor, about their struggles, their tasks, and so on. And of course, we are not sure if Loki survived this movie, this plot, because in one scene he's supposed to be slain, but at the end we see that Loki is he in some ways he hidden his father Odin somewhere, and now he is impostering him as a ruler of Asgard. So this is the conclusion of of this is the one of the conclusions of the movie, and the second is that this Edher is gathered by a being called Collector, and we see that all these magical entities are in reality infinity stones, which will be looked by Thanos to create Infinity Gauntlet, a very powerful artifact. And we also will be seeing these epic battles in Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. But yes, but I think that Thor 2, maybe I'm not sure. I wouldn't say that he was, for example, better than Iron Man 1, but he was still a really impressive movie by special effects, by action, and even by playing. It was okay by playing by the actors, but I think that because of the Loki role, it's slightly above average Marvel movies than typical Marvel movie. For example, like Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3. It's above average in this Marvel universe scoring theme. What else we can say? Special effects, uh, actors, CGI effects, Malachi, Infinity Stones, Ether. Mm, yes, and maybe for me it was also important to see that this ancient history that Odin had a father, because in this universe they are called gods, but in reality they are powerful beings living for a couple thousands of years, but they are still mortal in that way that they can still die. They can still die. Odin can still. I think he is dying in reality in Thor Ragnarok. So these beings, like for example in Thor 2, in this movie, mother of Thor is dying. So let me know in the comments what do you think about. Let's see, 12 minutes. I think it's enough. Let me know in the comments what do you think about Thor second part. Was it better than first one? Was it worse? Because in first Thor we have Thor without Thor powers, but here he's fully capable of using them, and he is using them extensively. So let me know in the comments if second Thor was better or worse than first Thor, and what else can we say about this movie.